horror, chilling tales from podcasts.
I've found very intricate and mind-blowing satanic rituals and sacrifices out there.
What?
Oh yeah. So I was, which I found different stuff before. You know, I'll find maybe where someone was doing some voodoo, some Santeria, sacrificed a chicken, whatever. All that's like kind of normal out there. That's not that crazy. But what I found this night was very crazy. Yeah, the police came and investigated it. It made the news. And that's the facility I was hunting. It's Aerojet. It's actually an abandoned space rocket facility from the Cold War, where they were developing and testing space rockets.
And what were you hunting there?
Pythons. I was out there, hunting these snakes, and this facility is you need special access. I was given special access by the state of Florida to remove pythons from out there. And nobody can just go back out there, but people do go out there, as you can see from the graffiti and different stuff like that, usually to do stuff that they're not supposed to do. There's a lot of crimes committed out there. There've been murders out there, gang initiations, all kind of stuff.
So they have a pentagram that's...
So, yeah, it's a whole thing. So we go out there. The first thing I came across was a big rock pile with a upside-down wooden cross on top, and a bunch of red spray-painted upside-down crosses all over. And you could tell the cross, I think, was burnt a little bit. And it wasn't, crazy, super crazy. It was like, oh, this is new. This wasn't out here a few days ago. And then I found this little doll. And as I kind of investigated that doll more, a little red scarlet snake actually came up and wrapped around her neck. And I picked up this, there it is. I picked up the scarlet snake, and which, it was kind of weird that there's a live snake, a red snake on this doll. And I've caught a lot of snakes in my life, and that is the only one that was bleeding out of its anus. There was blood coming out of its beehole, which, I don't know why, who knows what. It was a little weird to me. And then the night just kind of gets weirder from there. You see the red lettering in the other clip. It was a big Latin saying, like 100 foot long pretty much, on the road. I drove over it. We later translated it to, turn around, run, hide, he is watching you. Go further into the complex, and there's these big abandoned buildings. I go into the building, still just python hunting, like, who knows what these kids are doing out here. I thought it was strange, the Latin. Your average kid just messing around don't know Latin sayings like that. And then I come to this big room where there's the big pentagram. In the middle of the pentagram, there is a three-legged plastic chair with a blood stain in the bottom of it, where you could tell something was killed, sacrificed, whatever. On each wall, there's 3 walls. On each wall, there's upside-down crosses, Latin sayings, and all kinds of stuff. As I'm kind of walking into the room, which, I don't want to sound like a psycho or anything, but that doll from earlier grabbed my leg. I don't know if I kicked it, I didn't see it, or what, but that doll from the rock pile somewhere else, I don't know if it was another doll or what, I never seen that other doll. I kick it, it seemed like it grabbed me. It's that same doll from earlier. Same thing with the cross on its forehead, the one eye cocked over, the other eye messed up. And so, it's very, very weird to me. It kind of like scared me.
So
right next,
it wasn't there, and then it was there. So
I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it.
You didn't carry it over there.
No, I didn't touch it.
So did anybody else? Was anybody else with you?
I had 2 guys with me that didn't even want to get out of the truck when they seen the first thing. They stayed in the truck.
So the same doll that you saw on the rock pile somehow made its way to where you were?
Yep. I don't know if it's a duplicate doll or what, but it's same.
Was there more than one of those dolls?
Only doll I seen. I'm not big on the whole supernatural thing, so I'm real doubtful of it in the first place. But to me, it was the same doll from earlier. I did not see it until it hit my foot. Right next to that doll, there is a saying on the ground that says the omen will follow, which to me was like the creepiest thing of the whole thing. Was like, you know, that if you interact with any of this spirit's gonna follow you. Which I'm Christian, I believe in God, and I wasn't worried, you know, I know the good Lord has my back. But very strange, right? Very strange. As we go through, there's all kind of different stuff. In one of the rooms, there's a sleeping bag with something inside of it. I don't think it was a body, anything like that. Police went out there, investigated it. I didn't investigate further past that. Something was inside the sleeping bag, and on the walls there was, looked like red spray paint, and it said, she was only 9, we gave her to the devil, like basically talking about sacrificing a child. And then you have this little girl's gown that's nailed to the wall with like a dark red stain on it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
And what was the investigation? Did you follow up and find out what they found out?
I never heard anything from it. I'm assuming they never found much from it because I never heard anything from it.
Do they know it was human blood that was in the chair?
I don't know.
Or on the...
I don't know. I would like to think it's red spray paint, but I don't know. I don't know. For the sake of the story, who knows what it was?
What would cause someone to even, let's just pretend that was just fake and they had a doll and they spray painted everything. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And you're way
out there. Dude, that's such a commitment. That's like...
And the fact that there's a deep history of Satanism
to bring all that
attached.
stuff out there. Yeah. It's crazy.
And the scary thing is, you know that there are people that sacrifice people. That's happened. That's a real thing.
Oh,
whether that's happening right now, it's just cognitive dissonance that keeps you from believing it's.
I have a good story for this one. So like we've been doing this for years and years and years, but recently one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me in my entire life was I was alone in this mansion. Where was it? In Texas or something?
Yeah, Texas.
We were
super small town. We're talking like 1,000 people in this room.
We were the only ones that investigated it too, I believe. Like, or the first ones to. Yeah, I'm alone in this like mansion by myself.
Where were you?
We're never getting through this.
We do this
Well, he's
thing now
alone.
where we
I mean, they're a
split
duo.
up, yeah.
They split up. You guys
He
intentionally
was in the
split up.
cellar.
Okay.
I was in like the upstairs of this mansion.
Got it.
Right, what were you wearing?
Anyways, but yeah, right. I was asking out to like the most haunted, like in the most haunted room, like the most haunted spirit or whatever, and like the door behind me just slammed.
What?
Just like actually, like not like a wind, like
a
whatever,
creaking
not AC.
closed
It
or-
was like violent.
And
And
no
it was right-
windows open or anything.
So you were like, if there's a spirit here or a ghost or something, communicate with me, whatever, and then it happened right there.
But I said, close this door right now.
No.
I swear to
my
God. I swear to God. I was just like, if there's somebody here, close this right now. I start walking away from the door, slams it behind me. I immediately start crying.
I was gonna
You can
say,
see
I would-
all
I
over
would-
my
I
face.
would too.
Oh, I just got
Like,
chills.
See, and then people don't believe that. And then so what we did is for the next, we're there for like 12 hours. So we put a camera there after that happened. We're like, what if it happens again? We're 50 feet away, three or four rooms down the hall, and without us even being in the near vicinity, slams just as hard. Like 3
And
hours
you
later.
caught it on camera?
On
my
camera.
God.
It's
Same
on,
spirit, same room,
on our
yep.
channel. Like it literally, no one's around. You can see the stream and hear our voices down the hall. No way we could possibly do that.
Is this like in the moment? Is this like funny to you, or do you like? I would think about that for the rest of my
Like,
life.
we look forward to being like, all right, let's do this podcast. We got to film this week. You guys, I feel like it would be like, fuck, we got to go catch some
I don't know
ghosts
how you do that.
again. I would be like dreading it.
I mean, it's something that we've obviously been like jaded to now a little bit, but of course after that,
when things like
happened,
that. I mean, you were not the same person for
no,
5 days.
Yeah, it was like
You
I
could
was like
see it.
quiet for like a week.
In his eyes, like, he was like never seen.
It was
Oh
bad. It
my.
was bad.
So the premise is, so this is a lady in Germany who was determined to be possessed. She was working with a priest, and then she never did receive complete deliverance from the demonic oppression, and then she eventually died.
At 23 years old,
Yeah.
she died. And first, she started experiencing this at 16 years old. And she would go to 6 different voices she would make, right? It's Nero, Cain, Judas, Hitler, Fleischmann. I'm missing one. Lucifer. And each voice sounds different. And then eventually, I mean, you look at her right now. I want you to watch this. I want to get your reaction on this. This is right here, Annalise Michel, who, if you listen to her voice, sounds like a regular voice speaking in German. If you want to play so the audience can hear it.
Ja, ich will auch für die anderen leiden, damit die nicht in die Hölle kommen und so.
Aber dass die dann so schlimm ist und so grausam und so furchtbar, nee. Das tut mir leid, das ist so leicht zu haben, wenn es dann wirklich schlimm ist.
Very normal. Okay, very normal. Fast forward to now. What she, go right there. So this is
Hitler.
Nein, ihr Klötze! Er macht mir Klötze! Oh, so gerne will er nicht, oh, ich gerne nicht, oh.
Sind wir schon 3?
Wie. Was ist so der Schneid?
I hope you're not watching this late at night. If you are, here's Cain. Very disturbing. Okay, go to the next one. This is Nero.
Ruhe gibt's nur dort, wo die Liebe ist.
Ja, aber es gibt nur
Nur Hass.
Ja.
Und wo nur Hass ist, da gibt's keine Ruhe.
Nein.
Go to that one. This is Fleischman. Go to the next one. This is who?
This is Judas.
In eigenen Seminaren ausgebildet, und die dürfen nicht auf die anderen Universitäten. Kapiert?
Klar. Ist da sonst noch etwas zu sagen?
Last one is who?
Weil
Go to
das,
it.
weil...
This is Lucifer.
Im Namen deines Sohnes, den Jungfrau, im Namen Jesu, befehle ich dir auszufahren.
Okay, you can pause it at this point. I said it's going to be disturbing.
I gotta leave.
But you know what though? Here's the part. So, first of all, I feel bad for this girl. She passed away, 23 years old. Okay, you're talking about somebody. The mother. That's the mother standing right next to her. I mean, they made a movie about this. This turned into a story that people watched, and even if you try, like yesterday, Vinny, who's outside, who doesn't like Vinny, got a shout out on this, but Vinny, I said, try making this sound naturally. Mm-hmm. Like if you really try to yourself make this sound naturally, go try to do it. How does somebody do it naturally, right? Okay, you may say, I know certain people that could do it, but this is a little strange, Adam.
You can make a crazy voice.
Like there's people who they can do.
But the
like
part,
that's not that hard to do, bro.
The part he says, where it's those 4 signs, unbelievable, out of nowhere power that comes in. Okay, like somebody on PCP. I don't know if you've seen somebody on PCP.
Yeah, they can lift the car up.
They can lift the. So that's that part. The other part is language spoken that you don't speak. Okay?
Yeah.
And then third one is saying information and things that you shouldn't know. Those two, maybe not the first one, but those two, it's a little. So when you see that, have you ever personally witnessed somebody like that?
Oh yeah, I've seen all those things.
All the time.
You're being serious. You've seen that.
Day in the life.
Well, and because of the number of people that contact me, that it would be an ordinary part. I mean, I have no other exorcist who say they've never dealt with a case of possession in the years that they've been an exorcist. But some of us are publicly known, and some choose to remain anonymous. And those who are publicly known, we do receive a higher volume of people who reach out.
Please like and subscribe.